Guys, it's Clash Gaming here with another YouTube video. This time it's Terraria, and today we are going to be looking at if it's possible to beat Terraria without mining. Now, Terraria is a game which is pretty much, well, mining is a very important aspect of it. So it's going to be a tough challenge. You may be wondering, how are you supposed to do anything? Like, are you just going to get through naturally generating caves to the Underworld or something? Because you need to do that with the wall flash. Well, luckily, okay, let's just go through the walls first. So, no use of pickaxes or axes unless you're using them for attack, but you generally wouldn't be anyway. I guess no hammers as well, because that's mining. However, so there is the only way of, well, destroying blocks, and that's limited to explosives, so bombs, dynamite, and yeah, I think it's just those two. So the idea is to get a demolitionist, and then pre-hard mode isn't too bad because you just have to, once you have a demolitionist, it's a little difficult, but it's a pretty normal run. Anyway, so this episode will be covering pre-hard mode, and then there's hard mode, which is going to be tough. Anyway, let's do this. So the first step is, of course, to actually create a world, because you need it for the challenge, and then a character. So the character's no mining allowed because there's no mining allowed, and I did softcore because it's just easiest for, yeah, and the world is medium because it's the perfect size, Goldilocks size, and it's normal again for easiness purposes. So I started off with a bad start. Because you can't mine, you can't really deal with things such as falling off things, like falling off cliffs and things. And I fell off the cliff at the starting part, and I couldn't find any way to open any pots anywhere, so I had to go back to the world after again. It's not the biggest thing, but it's annoying. It just goes to show how annoying no mining is. Slightly embarrassing start. I decided to head left because that makes much more sense, and I got pretty lucky. I found one of those living wood trees which actually had loot in it. I went down there, and it was actually really good, particularly for this run. Bombs were the main thing, really. That's what I really needed, and to be honest, I was really blocked to the left because the living wood tree. So it was great to find bombs, and I also need bombs to get the demolitionist and to get pretty much anywhere. And obviously one of the first things to do in a Terraria world, and particularly in this case, is build a house. So I did that. It's difficult though, because luckily I got bombs, so I get the wood. But then you also, because obviously you need space for doors, you have to use a bomb to get the space for doors without destroying the roof, or you have to replace it. And then it's also quite expensive wood-wise, so it was a bit of a task, to be honest. But eventually I managed to get it done, and I had some living wood walls from earlier on, and it worked. Got the guy to move in. So I decided to start exploring to the right, and I found a snow biome, which was mixed with crimson, and to be honest, that seems to happen quite a lot. Like, you get snow biome, and then ice biome, and then you get crimson or corruption mixed in, which is weird. It wasn't that good. I did find, the key good thing though, is that I found a pot with 10 gold in it, or 15? 10 I think, 10 gold. Now that's really good because I needed some money for the merchant, but 10 gold is a lot of money. That's about 300 bombs for the demolitionist, so that was really good. And the bottom, like, the cave wasn't very good, just some ice. Yeah, not much. So when I got back, I did a bit more house building so I could have space for a merchant and a demolitionist. And after a bit of waiting, I got the merchant, bought the sickle from him. It's a okay early game map and it's auto swing 9 damage. Pretty good. And then a couple of minutes later, I got demolitionist, bought a stack of bombs because that's how we actually mine things. And from this point, it's not actually too bad because most things blocks can be destroyed with bombs. So it's a relatively simple process to get through pre-hard mode, though, although obviously it's annoying, and there are some other issues, like, you know, you'll see later. Yeah. I decided that I would continue pushing to the right of the map, and I went into the Crimson Underground. Found a heart crystal, which is weird, but I guess they can spawn there. So you have to destroy it with a sticky bomb, or the bomb, or explosives, and I got it. That was my first one, and I destroyed a couple Crimson Hearts, and got 2 Undertakers, which was, I mean, I'm not complaining, it's an okay gun, but I would prefer to not have 2. And then I found an ice chest with, or like an ice house, with an ice sword, ice blade. It's good, it's like a mini enchanted sword of 17 damage, enchanted sword is 25, so it's a little bit worse, but it's still good. Light, good sword, much better than my sickle. Yeah, good trip. I then moved to the left of the map because I hadn't really explored that way yet. And on my way, I got the message a meteorite has landed. And can I tell you, just for a record, that's really good because meteorite armor beats Wall of Flesh. So see there, it does. Meteor armor plus space gun, easy Wall of Flesh kill. So I got it. I went to the left of the map. Didn't get anything, really. It was just like the left of the map. The right side of the map, though, yeah, I found the meteorite. And that was pretty awesome. It's an easy Wall of Flash kill. So after finding the meteorite, which is pretty awesome, by the way, it took me quite a while to actually get through it because meteorite heads are annoying. Had to build some platforms. I didn't have an obsidian skull at this point, so you can imagine it was quite difficult. But eventually I managed to get through the challenge, and I got enough for a full set. In fact, I got more than enough. I think I got like 80 bars of meteorite. I decided to explore more to the right, and sort of, well, I died to the Dungeon Guardians because I didn't realise that I was below 0 level because the top was the 0 level thing, which it was very low dungeon basically. But when I got back, I crafted full meteorite armor, and yeah, I can basically beat Wall of Flesh now. I decided that I may as well beat Eye of Cthulhu, so I built a quick arena of ice platforms because it's what I had, and I blew my way to a Crimson Altar to craft a suspicious looking eye, and then I fought Eye of Cthulhu. It was pretty easy. I built the platforms the wrong height, but Space Gun is just too good for Eye of Cthulhu. So, easy kill, got Crimson Ore, very little, but I'm fine with it. I'm not making Crimson Armor, I just made a bow and sold some Crimson, which does sell quite well actually. Anyway, pretty easy fight. Decided, you know, I may as well start getting ready for Wall of Flesh fight. So Elevator is one of the key things for that, because you need to easily be able to get to the Underworld unless you want to take a long route by caves, which is particularly annoying with bombs. So elevating is annoying with this because you have to use bombs, and then you have to replace the walls of the elevator and then not make a mistake with wall block placing. It's annoying. And when you get to lava, you have to blow up a water area to get things, and then there's this part where I just somehow survive. Basically, I accidentally fell, but the water, well, let's say the water saved my life. I probably should be playing on screen. And then I eventually got to the Underworld. It was a tough one. A couple hours to 3 hours maybe to do. Pretty annoying, but pretty close to Wall of Flesh right now, at least. I came back to base to find that I had a goblin army attacking, so that was a bit annoying. I decided to give it a bit of a skip, and I went to the left of the jungle. That was pretty good. I basically found like 5, 6 life crystals, 4 of them were on one screen, which was just amazing. I tried to fight Queen Bee, it didn't work, or more like I didn't want to fight Queen Bee, but I did by accident. And then, you know, I was at 360 health by the end of it, so I think I got like 6 life crystals. And I came back, beat the goblin army. Yeah. After getting lots of health, I think around 400, might have been 360, I went to the Crimson, the Underground Crimson, to fight. Well, I destroyed another of those Crimson Hearts, and I actually got the light pet, which is awesome because it's just annoying having to getting light underground. And then I also beat the Branding Clue, sort of have to. It wasn't particularly difficult. I had 400 health, and yeah, that was just good for gold. Then I went to dungeon to beat Skeletron, quickly built an arena, and yeah, I went up the dungeon. Pretty helpful because I won Goblin Tinkerer, and oh yeah, Goblin Tinkerer. Very helpful. Reforging. I'd beaten, well, Skeletron. I was able to enter the dungeon, finally, which was good. I found the Goblin Tinkerer pretty early on, which was good. Reforged my weapons, I got a good space gun. Also got Tinkerer's table and combined some of my accessories so I could have extra. And then I also found the mechanic, and for some reason I found the tavern keep in the dungeon, which I thought you had to spawn above ground, apparently not. It was helpful, and then when I got back to base I had to do a bit more house building because I didn't have enough space for NPCs, so I just built another floor. And yeah, almost the Wall of Flesh fight. And so, I finally reached the end of Pre-Hardmode, at least for this challenge. I built a platform about 1,000 blocks long with ice platforms. Alright, 1,000 platforms long with ice platforms. Cleared the way of some of the buildings so I could get through. Eventually managed to find a voodoo demon. It took ages for some reason, I don't know why. Then I summoned Wall of Flesh. It wasn't too difficult. I had Space Gun. I did get to the end of my platform, but I had a lava charm anyway, so it was fine. And yeah, that's the end of Pre-Hard Mode. And Post-Hard Mode, not Post-Hard Mode, Hard Mode is going to be quite difficult, I think. Though I do hope it is doable. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like, comment and subscribe so that we can have a part 2 for this video. And I really do hope that hard mode is possible. Anyway, please like, comment and subscribe. Have a great day, particularly in concerning current times. And peace out. This was Clash Gaming.